This stretch comes under the captain of boats, So that is why we require the captain of boat to be involved in this part of it. This part, the WRD, one of the engineers told me that they have already started the work, surveyed it, and they are making a proposal to the government of Goa for cleaning up this stretch up to Giri. So this is the issue. And with this choking, as I mentioned, it's even other aquatic plants and this thing will get aquatic fish and all will die, and it will bring in new problems for our place.
Also, a lot of new species has been introduced.
Please tell what is happening.
So, when we spoke to the fishermen, they have also told us that a lot of freshwater fish species have, started breeding in the river, which people usually don't eat, and it is affecting the normal saline water fish. So that is also a drawback, because of this particular water weed that is growing in the river.
Sangam Mapsekar has done a complete survey, and he's gone along the river line and he's seen where the things are. They've even identified spots where fresh water is being released from the canal, which leakages is allowing this. See, if you Google it, you can check up the cause of this. One of the causes is salinity drops. If there's high salinity, we don't have this problem. So when the salinity drops and you get fresh water, this will be one of the causes for allowing this kind of... it looks nice at the moment, but then it starts choking everything, and then there will be flooding also which will take place.
So the main problem, so water hyacinth, you can see, it's literally, it's like a field, it's a plant, it's a water plant, okay, that multiplies almost overnight. So you might choose to clean like a part of it, okay, at one time, but after another 2 months or 3 months, it's back again. So if we have to clean it or take it on as a project, it has to be done all or nothing, So the problem, the two very big problems it causes is, number one, because it forms like a field, like a bed over the river, you don't have sunlight, natural sunlight, which is penetrating the water, and you don't have oxygen. So what happens is that the fish, it slowly starts to die. You don't see dead fish, you just don't see so many fish. And this is already documented by the local fishermen. They're already complaining about not having enough catch that they would have years ago. So it's not a problem that has come overnight. It's been accumulating literally over years. So like Mr. Carlos said, a problem of salinity, that's the number one problem that has been identified that's causing this issue. So there's a lot more fresh water that's entering a saltwater river, So it's changing the entire pH balance of the river. Okay, so two problems. One, fish are dying, and the second is that the fishermen, the local fishermen of Moira, Bastora, Mapsa are not even able to navigate themselves. Okay, what kind of catch? I mean, they rely on the river for sustenance, for life, for nutrition, and that's not happening. So the citizens of Moira, Bastora, Aldona constituency as a whole, we met up. We've been doing a lot of meetings, thanks Mr. Carlos. Okay, we've been doing literally late night Zoom meetings. We've been doing meetings with the help of Moira Panchayat, thanks to sarpanch of Moira, and also deputy sarpanch, which is Aussie, and they've already started a little bit of cleaning. But we're trying to let's say create a project, a way forward, maybe short-term solution, maybe medium-term solution, and long-term solution to deal with the river project. When we started investigating this matter, you can see it, you can see visually the kind of trouble it's causing. And then when we all came together, so citizens, a brilliant bunch of people, ecologists, environmentalists, agroecologists, people who are from Goa, locals from Goa, people who are even foreigners, people who are recently who have moved to Goa. So it's a really mixed and a varied bunch that all are coming together to identify this problem. So when we discussed hyacinth, the water pest, okay, this plant pest, we realized that there are actually much bigger problems that are plaguing our rivers, which is plastic waste or microplastics. So slowly we're trying to address these problems one at a time. First, of course, we need to deal with the problem that we can see with our eyes, okay, which is the water hyacinth. And then with the help of Mr. Carlos, we're trying to look at it as a bigger problem, which it is plastic waste, and then we realized, because so many field owners came for the meeting, especially like Mr. Gaitonde, he mentioned that even his field was affected by it. So that's pretty much it.
What's your recommendation?
We're coming together as a group, as a team, and I think very soon we'll come up with short-term, medium-term and long-term plans. But I think the goal for everybody, what we discussed here, is policy. We need a strong policy to protect the river, especially since the Mapsa River is a nationalized river, which is what Mr. Carlos advised us.
I also spoke to them yesterday.
Yeah.
The captain of the INS Mandovi, they are also willing to come on board and help us. So I think if we can get all the agencies which can come and help, even many companies probably will come forward, industries and all that. We can work on a war footing and we can save. We can start with this as a Mapsa River as a project and we can see how it goes on. Remember one more thing, that even the waste, what we collect out, what we remove from here, that can be recycled also. There's options for recycling. So that is not what we are looking right now, but then we require to, before the monsoon, before code of conduct comes into force, before the panchayat elections, all this kind of red tapeism may start coming in and we may have bottlenecks. So we're trying to work with little speed and we can get the work done on the ground. And I'm very grateful that we have real experts. I had to do research, quick Google searches, but we have real experts like Dr. Gaitonde, Mr. Talwar is here also. Like eminent people who are in the field, who have done a lot of research, who are with us on the team. And they are also giving their suggestions and contributions. People are also, you see, Beverly, you can tell them about 700 kgs of waste which was removed. Sangam, I think you all.
Yeah. So it was a local group called Khojao. It's a company that organizes, based in Moira, a company that organizes tours of Moira, Bastora, Aldona constituency. And so it's so beautiful that small companies within our constituency are doing their own bit for CSR, are doing their own bit for the environment. So recently they conducted like a cleanup, of the river, and they collected 700 kgs of garbage. Both glass bottle as well as plastic garbage, and that is probably just 0.00 something % of the actual dirt which is in our waters. So it's frightening, the problem.
That is why we have called the officials here, because then I don't want it to be either overlapping or each one saying it's not my jurisdiction or not my this thing. So, and they have been very cooperative, and WRD officials. WRD.
Yes.
I know you're captain of ports. WRD officials have already told me that they have conducted the survey as far as this stretch is concerned, which goes on from the bridge onwards up to Girim, because you must have also seen when you travel along, it's already being choked. It's already, you can't make out where's the water and which is the field. So that is what is happening. And so this is destroying our natural habitat, our environment, and I think we need to take this on a war footing.
What's your inspection report now?
No, we are going to conduct inspection. We just started that. In fact, we got already what people had done before. But it is better that you have a hands-on to see how it grows fast. And by the way, this water hyacinth grows at a high, rapid speed. It's not like it just starts growing very fast in leaps and bounds.